How you gonna check my connection? I add people.
Hello. Oh
Why you
wait,
you say hello like you answer the phone call?
I was waving hey to Naisha.
Oh no, see on Instagram Live, you just press it.
Oh, I did say hello. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, no, that's cool. That's cool.
I've never,
I have problems going live too. Why are y'all waving? Get in here.
I've never
Justin
been on
Jabria.
Instagram Live.
Yes, you
I,
have. Remember that one time at that
when
wedding? We got kicked out of it. It was a fun time.
I have never been on Instagram Live,
We
especially
hit
at nobody's wedding.
it was a reception. We hit the robot. You had some shots. All right, nobody remembers the past with me. Let me
That
see if I
don't
can
sound
get
like
this.
me. I feel like
I already sent it to him, so
me neither, Jabria. I have no idea what I'm doing. Are y'all late or my IG delayed?
your IG is delayed. I
Yeah,
guess because we don't make mistakes. So
sorry. How do you wave at people?
you look
I feel
so
so
old doing
old.
this. Yeah, you like an old woman. How do you wave at
I feel
people?
so
There goes
old.
Money Mott.
Hi,
Oh my
hi, Daddy.
God.
Money Man Mott. Boy, I tell you. All right, we are one very small circumstance from
Oh
starting.
man.
I mean, I think we can start in a little bit.
Oh
We're just
wow.
a tiny
Oh my
bit
God.
behind. Um,
Oh man.
I do this every day. I do this all day. Where's she at? Let me see. I'm try to add her again.
She might have to hit the little the plus button at the bottom.
Yeah, because I had to
You
like
go
accept.
over the video, it'll
Wait,
there.
wait, 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 wait.
Hey,
What's up?
what's
I heard
going on?
Hello.
being said, so
Huh?
huh?
All right, what you talking about? GB, are you with me? Good to see you, Jabria. Good to see all y'all, man. How y'all doing tonight?
What's up, Ty?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
That was the most dry third Sunday in church good I've ever heard. How y'all doing? Good, try, I guess. That's what it's, I mean, life being swinging, but I'm hitting back.
It's not
Um,
bad.
I mean, got to.
we look like the Brady Bunch. I'm really vibing with that. It's just the four squares is doing something for me. Thank you, Iris. You have a beautiful spirit. I'm not gonna hold y'all too
Oh,
long,
thank
man. We
you.
have a decent number of questions to go through. Um, of course, they asked this one first. So the first one: how did Post Grad come about? How, when, and what inspired it? Leah, you want to take it away? You want me to?
You take it away.
Hope you wouldn't say that. So me and Aaliyah did during the pandemic, we were still working with this 501c3 nonprofit organization in Statesboro where we went to school. And when the pandemic happened, they tried to kind of be in touch with the community by doing little videos, like little tutoring videos, Bible study videos, whatever. The executive director, who is a personal friend of mine, she asked me and Aaliyah, y'all have both recently graduated. Can y'all make a video for the people graduating the semester I was during the pandemic as like what to look out for during post grad life in general? So we go, the video probably on YouTube, I can probably find it, and we just give post grad tips, how to find a job, save your money, getting pets, just everything we thought about. Just some tips, nice little video, uploaded for Storm the Breach. Um, I've been writing since 2017. Wrote some things that will never see the day of light. Wrote some that were just too expensive to film. So one thing about the pandemic, it kind of brought creativity out of a lot of people, not just me, a lot of people. So I'm complaining, and I want something to write, but I don't want just something to write. I want something to film. And I forgot the day, but it was sometime in September 2020, and we were on the couch going idea after idea after idea. We talking about I like this, I hate that, this won't work. Oh, I like that, but we don't got CGI budget. Like just going knocking that idea. So I threw my hands up, like I give it up. It is what it is, whatever. Aaliyah was like, I have an idea. The video we made for Restoring the Breach about post grad life. What if we turned that into the show? I'm like, Aaliyah, it's an awful idea. It's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my entire life. However, what if we turn that video we did into a show? Because see, when I say it, you see the way I tilted my head a little bit, it made it sound different. And then we had a whole talk about it. We were like, I mean, there are shows for college kids, past and present, where you go a different world, you go grown this today. There are 30,000 high school shows. And the way media kind of portrays us is like, okay, you're in high school, you go to college, and then you're 35 years old. There's like no in between. Like next thing you know, that's how old they are. So we were like, I'm pretty sure there's something missing right now. It ain't just grow up, like whatever. And it just so happened to be things we were experiencing at the time. She had just graduated. I was just leaving grad school. So yeah, there was a need there. There was an idea, and Post Grad was born. But I'm gonna flip it to Justin and Jabria. How did Post Grad come about to y'all? I know, like, it was meant to be none of that. Okay, we're not gonna do that right now. We're not gonna talk spiritual in this fall. Let's start with Justin. Your skin looks really clear today. I like that.
Thank you. How did Post Grad come about? Shoot. On backstage, looking for projects to submit to, and there it was. Matter of fact, you had messaged me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And reached out, and I read the script. I was like, "Ooh, this is nice," because we out here submitting, and we're not seeing anything in this area, of like, hey, life right after college. So, when I read the script, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I talked to you about, the few little concerns I had, but besides that, it was all good.
What about you, GB?
Same. I think what happened? So yeah, same. I was trying to like get some projects under my belt, build my resume and my demo reel, and I was like, I'm gonna go on backstage and I'm just gonna sign up for a free trial, and I'm just gonna submit to a bunch of stuff within this 7 days, and hopefully someone reaches out to me. And lo and behold, there was Post Grad was the first thing I submitted to, and literally I have not used backstage since. So yeah, that's how it came about. And I think Tyler stood out. Like normally I would be like, oh, let me just, go ahead and like submit for like a little supporting or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna submit for the lead. So yeah, that's how it came about. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, good times. I was on backstage and I saw this casting call from Aaliyah. Next question. I'm going in the order they came in. Favorite episode to write. I'm gonna move past this one quick because I want all y'all to talk. Episode 6. Because I had so many different voices I could pretend to be. You have me, you have Malik, James, Tyler, Chris, and Chelsea. There was Melanie, there was Jasmine, and then we had 6 co-stars, I think, in the episode who spoke. Naisha, Audrey, Joshua, Russell, Markel, Aaron. So it was just a lot to play with. I get to talk sick, how many people is that? 11, 12? Malik wasn't good at math. It's a lot of different voices I can mimic, a lot of different, characters to plug in and plug out. So favorite episode right was 6. This is where the questions took a turn. This one is for Justin. Justin Motley a skeezer in real life? And don't say no, because the last episode is giving. Yes, he is. They said that you cheat too naturally, Justin. Is that how you really are?
In my current life, no, that's not how I am.
What about the past life? Let's just talk about it.
First, I don't live in the past, man. I live in the present. So right now, no.
Right now. Okay. I know who asked the question. They're laughing at it. The next one is for Jabria. Jabria, do you think that deep down Tyler knew James was cheating? And if so, why'd she stay?
I don't think she knew that James was cheating. I think that she just thought that, honestly, truly, she thought that this is just what happens when, like,
if you say these things, if you say the words to that scene, Jabria, I thought you about to say what happens when you grow up. I'm about to say, if you go into this script, I swear. Go ahead.
That's just what happens. The real world and real responsibilities.
Ain't that?
But I I honestly, truly, I don't think she knew. I think that she just thought this was normal when you move in and people are working and you not spending as much time together because you're focused on other things. Now, why she stayed while he was being like an asshole to her, I don't. That's a whole different story. But like as far as cheating, I don't think she knew, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Should have. I should have wrote that in. I think of it. Next one was the hardest film to scene slash episode to write or film. Aaliyah, I'll start with you on this one. So your hardest scene to film or act in, what was it?
I would say I directed the cut scene from episode 5, I think, where it was like the anniversary.
Mm.
It was the most difficult one because it was all of y'all at once, and I had never done that before. And you see, it got cut. Put that on me.
It is not your fault. It is not
It
your
is,
fault at all.
Oh, man.
yeah, but that's the hardest one for me.
Let me see. I go back to Jabria. Hardest scene to film, direct, be a part of. Which one?
Episode 6, final scene, hardest
Yeah.
scene to film.
You were looking so sad. Hey, let me tell you how dope of an actress Bria is. Bria was looking so sad. I got really mad at Justin for the words I wrote that he did. Like I was sitting there psychotic, like looking at her. I looked at her. I looked at Justin like, bro, you should be like, she not even doing nothing to you, bro. And then Dylan, our boom guy, he was like, hey, Drew. I said, what? He said, you wrote it. Okay, but don't take me out of the moment either. She in the moment, I'm in the moment with her. Like she's giving it. So fair. Justin, what about you?
I don't have a hardest scene to do, but I think my hardest day on set was that day when we was on set about like 17 hours. Like a break and a nap in between. That was rough.
Was that the day you hit the Jimmy Butler pose where you just leaned over the counter?
Yep.
We said room, so just like, that's for y'all, bro. I'm out. Ira said, can we see the scene? Absolutely not. Absolutely positive. We have seen the scene. Everyone here has seen the scene. Yeah, none of us. We all saw it, and none of us said, "Yeah, we should put it back in there." That tells you I didn't know what to say. Hardest scene to write was the intro, because the intro was so important. You got to grab people's attention, and y'all on this call know the original intro was so freaking dope. It was taking place the night before graduation in the club. I won't go in detail just in case we flash back to it one day, and it was introducing all these characters in this real dynamic way. Well, a year ago, we ain't had no subscribers, no viewers, no nothing. So how we plan on packing up that club, I had no clue. And I said, okay, well, let me see. We use family. If I use every friend I got, call it on my favorites and family. If I get 37 people, and I just move them around, just realistic would that work? But it was a real big space. It was really affordable for the space. But just wasn't going to work, so we had to cut it. So then it was like, okay, well, how do I introduce 5 different voices in a something up tempo? Because I didn't want to take one whole episode to introduce Chris and nothing else. So the hardest was the freaking intro. And Aaliyah will tell you, I pace back and forth when I'm thinking. Like literally, even to this day, when I'm thinking, even if it's positive thoughts, I'm pacing back and forth thinking. I was tearing the carpet up. I'm talking about just walking back and forth on the phone with Josh, on talking to Aaliyah out loud. Called my mom, called my sister. Like this is what happened. Just walking back and forth trying to figure that out. So that was the hardest to write. Hardest to film. Malik scene in episode 5 because I like being happy, man. I don't like being sad. And then the thing about acting is like, yo, I don't think anybody in this room has ever seen me sad nor cry. I gotta do both of those things. Be believable with everybody in this room. It's like right now, like everybody's just. I know I'm on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that vulnerability is something I was not a fan of. But it was fun, man. Overall. Justin, we'll start with you. Worst. That's weird, worthy. Worst and best and worst moment on set. I'll flip it.
No worst moment. Me and you and pretty much everybody in here, we've been on multiple film sets. I don't think there's anything that could be described as worst on a Post Grad set. I think we've had days where we've had to challenge and adapt to, like that hair salon scene. Like that
Yeah,
was, there wasn't a hair salon there.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was hard, but it wasn't, I don't think of worse. But shoot, every time we step on set, and we get an opportunity to film, it's great. So I mean, every single time, like, it's really a blessing. So I don't have no one time. I mean, I have little certain, like, that
Favorite moment.
coffee scene with Philip. Like
Yeah.
that's still my favorite scene to go film. But like, I don't have, no other one, like, personally. They're all dope.
Aaliyah, what about you?
I would say wrapping episode 6, because all of our work, it just showcased all of our work, our hard work for the whole season, the entire season, all the blood, sweat, and tears. It's we have something to show for it. And so yeah, that's my favorite one. Also my favorite episode too. So yeah.
Jabria, best and or worst moment on set.
Um, I hate to steal Aaliyah's, but um, oh, sorry, y'all know I got a puppy. Um, Honestly, yeah, that feeling of completing like the first season, and like if we sit, I know we joke about watching like episode 1 versus like episode 6, but if you just look at like the progression and like the growth of every single person, like on this cast, on the crew, like it has just like grown so much. So I think like just looking back at episode, like Aaliyah said, like looking back and seeing all the hard work, like we've been knowing each other for like over a year now. That's crazy. We just wrapped a first season with hopefully like many more to come. So that, I think that was just like a really, really good feeling. Like especially like how episode 6 ended, and that being like the last
Yeah.
scene. And like I don't know, I don't know if Justin can agree, but like a relief. Like I could like breathe when you was like, that's a wrap on so 6. I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
Justin was like, can we, oh no, you asked us. She was like, can y'all hug? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Real quick.
like it was just like, I don't know, it just felt good to be done and excited for what's to come. So yeah.
I think the thing about 6 that made it my favorite, one of my favorites, was I always go back to episode 1. If you pay attention, when we go to Malik's job, the first time we go there, there's nobody there but there's Malik, myself, Chris, there's Josh, Aaron, their boss, and we had 2 extras who was just 2 of Aaliyah's family members who were willing to sit at the counter for us that day. We filmed the second Malik scene that same day, 2 hours later, and it was just 3 other family members that were there the whole time. We just moved them, whatever, and that's all we had. We couldn't put people behind us, in front of us, whatever. If you look at episode 1, the bar scene, that is, what I'm saying, we love Juicy's, but I guess the streets don't, because nobody's there but us. And then we got some people, we had some people paying bartenders for us. So what was cool getting to episode 6 was people like, I'll come sit in the back. I'm a fan of the show. I'm telling you, you have no idea how many times I got. I'm a fan of the show. I just want to see it filmed. I just want to be on set. I'm cool with sitting there. Where you need me to sit, what you need me to do, how many hours I'm down. So being able to, I guess, touch people enough to come and volunteer just for something like that. It's an unpaid sitting in the background role for a 4-hour shoot, and you're like, yep, I'll be there on time, right? Um, my best moment on set was a graduation scene, because it was our first time together. Like our first time fully together.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of us on the screen was there. L'Ariel was there. Josh was there. Aaliyah was directed that scene because I was in it. And, up until that point, it's a theory. We had met, we had conversation, had a little, alcoholic nights or whatever. But it's really, I mean, is this a ticking time bomb? Is it going to work? Does the chemistry look natural? Whatever. Are we going to like each other in general? I think in the first blooper reel, there was at one moment, we all at that moment have known each other for a few months. We sitting there joking so much that Aaliyah has to tell us to stop. Like, stop playing. We got to get through the shoot. Then at one moment, we all was like, she can get this heat too. To the point where Aaliyah, like, oh, y'all talking shit. Like, it was just one of those moments like, yeah, this might actually work. I'm going to go worse. Just that deleted scene. Because as in the middle of filming that scene, I'm like, oh, I'm saying my lines. This ain't gonna make the cut. It's like just kind of know like it's safe for to make the cut. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So that's the worst. Next question for Aaliyah. Aaliyah, why doesn't Kiana try to work in sports with Chelsea? The people want to know.
I think because Kiana knows that it's not going like I think to be honest, my opinion is that she doesn't really want to be around something that she technically failed in. She's not going to the league. She started, but she's not going to the league. So it's like, what's the point of lagging around in it? And her love for it is just not that strong to keep doing it to be reminded of her failure every day. Um, so yeah, but you all will see what Kiana getting into possibly in season two.
We may. I'm not gonna spoil nothing. We may.
Hey,
I like her
for
boyfriend though.
sure.
That guy right there. That's a character for you. Um,
Mm.
I have another. I have another question for Justin. Why is James so ain't shit? Does he remind you of yourself?
Damn.
I mean, my goodness gracious.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
the people want to know, Justin.
James isn't shit because I mean, shit. I don't feel like James isn't shit. They do. I mean, James is just a confused boy, as Tyler says. He's a boy. He really, I mean, he's not at the age yet where he just really understands what he wants, and he's going out and making a bunch of bad decisions, and hurting people while he does it. Um, and that's why I wanted to play him. He's interesting, you know. He's got conflict. He's conflicted. He doesn't know exactly what he wants, or
Yeah.
either he does know what he wants, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna have this my way, and it's gonna work." And Malik, you gonna help me?
Justin is one of the first few beings I've ever known to get great joy being the villain.
Oh,
Like from day one, y'all may know it by now. Y'all already know it. All of us knew where we were ending in the season finale. We knew what James was going to do. We even know how we were getting there. We knew what was ended up. So telling James that Justin that just was like, I'm the reason. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm like, no, you're Thanos. Like everybody's rooting against you the whole time. Why would you want to be that guy? But I can understand having fun playing somebody complex like that, man. Because I'm actually not gonna finish that sentence because it leads me to another question. Um, for Jabria, because you're Tyler. Um, What's up? What Tyler saying? Fuck Malik. She not gonna hear his side of the story. That's a good question, man. She hopped to that conclusion like she was accused. Shout out to Justin. I mean, the way she said, "You ain't nothing. You ain't never been nothing. I'm out of here." By the way, fuck Malik. Like, whoa. I mean, do you even know if he was outside? I have questions myself. That was very, my goodness.
Um, Listen, everybody knows that if a man is cheating, his friends know he cheating. Okay? They are involved in some type of way. They probably driving him to the other girl's house. We don't know. So the fact that he left the dinner table to go outside to Malik, that just told Tyler everything she needs to know after she saw that phone.
I mean, that's accurate. I'm pretty sure back in the day when Justin was cheating, he had help. I can't see him doing that by himself. I just know he did. just know he did. Know that. I've never experienced those emotions, but I just know Justin may have been there before. So I
AR, we know for real. See,
he said they are we know for real.
my girl.
Um Back to Justin. James looked emotional in the season finale. That's a good question. Is he more so upset about Tyler leaving him because he really loved her, or is it because he doesn't trust Mel and lost his security blanket? You have a typo, somebody. So
um,
is he upset with Tyler leaving, like, my 3-year girl leaving, or is it like I actually just liked having her just in case Charlie does it again, which he did say.
yes, he's upset because James wants to win. He wants to have everything his way. And this is honestly the first time that we see him take an L in the whole series, you know, and that is Tyler leaving. That was his girl for 3 years, regardless if he's cheating or not. Nobody is about to just be happy about that. You know, it's still emotional. That was still his. They was living together. You know, you just don't. She just don't walk out and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's not how that works.
I think it was bullshit. I think he's just mad. I think he's just a brat. He like, nah, I just lost then. That's all it was. He's just mad he lost. Like he threw a temper tantrum because he lost. That's all it was, man. Um, what can we expect for season 2? So because I know a lot, we're gonna start with Justin and or Jabria on what do y'all think y'all should see in season 2? Because I already know what will and won't be there. And if I've told you anything which I don't think I have, don't say it. But just in your opinions, for your character specifically, what do you think we're going to discover about, learn about your characters this season? Justin, I swear. Go ahead. You go first.
I think, and in all honesty, I think we're gonna see the audience right now. Everybody hates James. We get it, but I think they're gonna really start to understand James, and I think by the end of season 2, that everybody will love James, and he might be one of their favorite characters. That's what I'm thinking.
I got no cheetah stuff. So. Mm, I like the confidence, man. I like the confidence. I mean, I feel, my God, I feel like they know more about James already. Yeah, Shay said she want to see James' demise. I'll tell y'all something that's not. Y'all want a season 2 spoiler? I'll give you one season 2 spoiler right now. James, there's no physical violence coming to this man because we walked in the writer's room and one of the first things Shay said the first 30 minutes was, "I want James to get jumped. Like we can't. I don't want to do that to him. I don't think that's where we should go with that character. I get it though. You're mad, Shay. I'm there. I'm mad too. It's fake, but let's be mad together. So no physical harm against James. I feel like the audience got to know him. I'm unsubscribing. I feel like the audience got to know more about James in episode 6, though. He explained why he was the way he was. They still don't like him. I don't know if that's changing, but I'm glad. I'm glad to see what you're thinking. Jabria, what about you?
I think he's gonna be the good guy by the end of this.
The hero, not a hero. Okay, yeah.
A hero arc.
Okay, Deadpool, go ahead, Jabria.
What was the question? I'm sorry. You know, Justin, he threw me off.
What do you think we will see from Tyler in season 2? Just your opinion. I know you don't know yet, but
Tyler about to go out here. She about to live her best life. The best revenge is living your best life. So she about to start passing her classes.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh like that. I'm sorry. I ain't never seen. You said we've been filming this for a year. Let's put a timeline together. Episode 1 is graduation, then it's 3 months later. At the exact time of episode 1, episode 2 is in that same week because the bar scene happens twice. And he'd been hanging out with Melanie for 6 months. So for 9 months, Tyler had been failing. So let's do this now. So if the graduation was in May, June, July, August. I mean, August, September, October, November. So she failed both semesters within 6 episodes. Ain't that so? My goodness.
I have faith in her.
It ain't nothing like a heartbreak to get you back on track. Sis is about to
Level up.
I see her here. This is why me and Aaliyah are here. But for real, I see her really focusing on what's important because I feel like a lot of her life was wrapped up in Jamie or James, child. I always say, Jamie, yeah. But a lot of her life was wrapped up in him. She was living with him. Like, I think a lot of her focus was him and not focused on her studies or what she really should have been focusing on. So now that he's out the picture, I don't know. I think that's just a motivation for her to really get out here and get it because karma's going to come back and get that James.
It always does. He just won't get jumped, unfortunately.
It's in the block, so it's fine.
Do you think it was she's wrapped around James or what she said in episode 6, the consistency? You mentioned, okay, she's struggling in school. Okay, she worked a part-time job. That's not going too well. But god dang it, I got this guy.
I think he was her security blanket. Like, this is all she knew. She was comfortable. So,
So they were both each other's security blankets in different ways.
What you say?
They were both each other's security blankets in different ways.
Yeah. I just would love to
Hmm.
see her really stand in her own like power. Like you don't need a man to be this. You can be great without him. And I think that this is going to be motivation for her to do that. Because if Tyler could have heard him say that she was freaking insurance, just in case. Wait,
You know,
what was that line? That line really got me at the table read. What was it?
and
Um,
that, like right after that,
hey, no. At the Italian place when they were eating, he said, "What did he say to Melanie?"
if life has taught me anything, that whole spiel.
It was talking about when she asked, I know some girl has like tried to.
Anything less than you would have been settling.
Ooh, wee.
Yikes.
That,
Yikes.
that was very fun to write. That's just every now and then you write something you're like, oh, I can't wait till they read this line. It's gonna be two different reactions. Like
Remember being so taken aback. But yeah, like if she could have heard him say that, like that's just motivation enough. Like, excuse me.
Ira said, ain't no way he had two whole girlfriends at once. Oh, we went to Georgia
Like,
Southern.
what?
Definitely a way. I went to Georgia Southern University. There's multiple ways for what I've seen. Justin, come on, you just
Okay.
talk about it, you know. Okay. She said Drew the real skeezer writing like that. I will say the funniest part of episode 6 for me, and I'm going to Aaliyah next, was that um every other scene, in pretty much every James scene, because you know y'all it was A B, so we just went back and forth between y'all two. Every time I take a James scene, I know I call Aaliyah the studio. She make final say so on the scenes. She be like, I love it, but what's wrong with you? I love it, but you know, you kind of messed up in the head to be thinking like this.
Yeah.
It's a character, bro.
Cause what's going
I
on?
ain't got
Like,
nothing to do with it. It's imaginary. You think that, you know, somebody really been to space, they can still write the Avengers? Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
use that. Aaliyah, what do you expect to see just in general in season 2?
I expect to see more Malik. I feel like we don't really know his story for real. Like we haven't really gotten a chance to see inside of his life like we have with everybody else. So that's what I'm excited for.
What if that's just all, man? Maybe he ain't got
What?
no. She said we need holy oil in the writing room.
Oh no.
Well, Iris, that's all I got to say. Let him praise him. Um, okay, that's interesting. My expectations for season 2, because I know too much. Bigger, better, stronger. More characters, more stories, more revelations. I'll just keep it there. Cause
Pepperoni, better pizza.
shut up. Um, the next question. Thank you for doing that, Aaliyah. What is Malik's story? You'll find out. That's all I gotta say. You'll find out. For all we know, I'm be real with y'all, man. I might as well go ahead and get say raise Malik, man. Because I think about getting rid of this guy. Just put him. We like putting people on airplanes. Put Malik on an airplane too. Let's put him on the airplane. That's our thing, I guess, right? Putting people on airplanes. So Malik get on the airplane. Let's narrow this cast down. Um, will will the home wrecker be back? Pause.
She didn't know she
Melanie.
was wrecking a home.
Right. Melanie is not a home wrecker. Melanie, played by the amazing Brie Jacobs, is not a home wrecker.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. She did nothing wrong for pursue a little acting career. She came back, reconnected with a friend. She didn't know what he's done in the last 4 years of his life. Ask yourself this: what y'all got from James? Let's make it real world. Y'all think there's a 1% chance Tyler on James' social media anywhere? Come on, no. No, she's not. So
She's
we
not.
don't talk. You not on the page. I don't know what you're doing. I came back. You start coming over every Tuesday to make tacos. I just thought it was cool. So nah, not a home wrecker, man. Yes, she will be back though. That is one of our most important actresses. And shout out to Brie. If anybody on here ever has a secret, tell it to Brie. Because Brie will hold that secret. Brie knew in May or June of 2021. This is who you're playing. You're going to show up here, and then you out of here, and boom, we're going to reveal that whatever. She was like, okay, cool. She never told a soul. She never commented on the Instagram post. Can't wait to be back. Like, she never did nothing. She just sat there quietly and then came back like, yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew the whole time. Shout out to Bree on that. I know who said this one. Hashtag justice for Tyler. Not even a question. Not even a question. Let me ask y'all this, because I know the ending of 6 was in the real world after 4 years. Tyler would definitely be on his page. If I didn't see it in real life, I would say so. That's all I gotta say. I've seen a lot. Justin, this used to be your life. Vouch for me. If I, according to the fans, I've seen some crazy stuff in real life. Like, one of the wildest things to happen when I was back in
Yeah,
college.
that page ain't no definite.
One of the wildest things that happened in college was meeting somebody's girlfriend. Like, I remember come up, like, I had a friend who I would never name, and met this girl at the desk, and she said, "Oh, waiting for my boyfriend to come here." We're just talking, me and another coworker. And I said, "Oh, why would he come here?" She said, "He works here." I'm like, "Oh, well, who's your boyfriend?" She says this person's name. I'm like, "That's your boyfriend." She said, "You've been together since, like, freshman year, but y'all seniors, yeah." Ma'am, you know what happens at this desk? Like, I went to his page and all that. I scrolled. I went to his Twitter media. So he got to tweet about it sometimes. Nothing. So, yeah, I've seen it in real life, man. People like Justin are diabolical. Does the Jasmine character have an IG? I'm trying to slide in her DMs. Hey, man, that's the game we play. I believe that Victoria, that's her name. I believe Victoria is spoken for in some capacity. Thank you for watching, but I can't. I can't. I mean, listen, you got your phone. You do what you want to do on your phone. I don't want nobody coming and say, "Why was you on live?" I wasn't. I didn't do nothing. I was just chilling that day. With the benefit of hindsight, this actually may be him. Makes it a lot less creepy. If this is him, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You gotta come hang with us one time, man. That's a good one. First to the live. I like it. Oh wow, no question ready for season 2. We all are. Where is that question? I think we have 2 more, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because these aren't my questions. I'm asking what they asked. Where is it? Sorry, my computer's freezing. Can you all give us any season 2 spoilers without context?
Yes, James will be the hero.
You said what?
James will be the hero.
I will say once a villain, always a villain. I'll say that. I'll take from that what you made. Once a villain, always a villain. Aaliyah Jabri. I have one. That's a very funny question.
Justice for Tyler.
Oh God. Aaliyah.
I don't know. I can't, like, everything that's coming up is just a spoiler. Spoiler. Yeah.
Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. And this is actually the last one we have. And I have one question I want to ask y'all. If you could redo the season finale, is there any other way you would have let James get caught? I will say this, and Jabri, you know this. Jabri, what's my favorite TV show?
The Game.
Remember we were all watching Insecure, and if you haven't seen Insecure to this point, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say. We found out Lawrence got Kukachu pregnant, and everybody's brain immediately was like, "Oh my God!" Like, Derwin and Melanie were trending on Twitter that night because, like, it just gave flashbacks of that situation. Like, very, not the scene itself, but just the situation. So the way this season ended was so funny because I sent it to Jabria. Jabria reacts. She reacts. First of all, I sent it to Jabria when Jabria was out the country. I told her, "Enjoy your trip. Do not read it." I waited till she left thinking she didn't have service. So imagine, like, she the first one to say something. She's like, "Andrew Potter." I thought it was trouble. She said my government name. She was like, "Andrew Potter." So she reacted. She's like, "You know what this ending remind me of? Remember the game when Derwin had did do. I'm like, hey, No, but sure, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen every episode 30 times. So if y'all could have let James get caught in any other way, how would y'all let him get caught? Because I have heard some of y'all say different ways you thought it could have went down. No Iris, nobody having the baby. We ain't touching that part of post grad life. I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere.
I think maybe Tyler seeing James out with the girl, with Melanie.
Mm.
But then that just,
So you wanted them to squabble, basically. That's what you
not
wanted.
squabble. The person that they need to be mad at is James. So there was no need for them to squabble. But
So
yeah,
you would have them get caught in public. Okay.
yeah.
We talked about it.
But it just wasn't gonna work.
Yeah,
He
because
really
then
wanted
he
to
loses
go.
them both immediately. Like if he
Yeah.
loses them both, I think one of the coolest thing about James is that he's the first person I ever met to get caught and get away with it at the same time. That's a really interesting thing. He got caught by Tyler, but on the
Right.
Melanie side of it, he still as that episode ended, has gotten away with it.
Mhm.
Right? Melanie. Tyler still saw a mechanic. So if she didn't make the choice right there to pick up the phone and say, "Yo, I got a lot to tell you," then Melanie still hypothetically does not know anything. So in your version of events, both of them at the same time figure out. My God. Jabria, Justin, how would you have ended it? How would you have let him get caught? Not you ended it.
You know, it'd have been dope if James and Melanie was out somewhere in public and Tyler saw them but couldn't necessarily get to them, and then
Mm.
maybe they were like leaving somewhere and getting in a car, and maybe it was like a real intense, like, is that James, like trying to figure it out, and then like we turn the corner and she runs and then we're not there. I don't know, like a
You want
chase.
an
That'd have been,
action sequence.
yeah.
I mean, Jabria, you said you used to play sports. We could have did that. Just get you running around the block a few. I don't know where we're gonna shot it at. You got you running around the block a few times. I know you take real short steps, so we just gotta like clear like a 4 hour gap for that one scene. We could have did it. It's possible.
Hate you. Um, I maybe like a friend catching James and then relaying the message, but then Tyler being in denial, but then like the friend taking her to the place that they're at. So like, and it's like Chelsea or somebody. Her and Chris out and about doing X, Y, and Z, and they see, and I can see like Chris trying to hurry up and like tell James he need to like leave the scene, and then Chelsea trying to hurry up and get to Tyler, and then like the whole friend group just blows up because of it.
Messy. Messy.
Maybe.
I
I
like
don't know.
that.
I like that version. Very,
Yeah.
very similar. And you know why it's very similar to the original, and then very similar. I actually do have a question. That's for group over, right? Like, you don't think there's any way they can all hang out together after that? Like all five of them. Chelsea's Tyler's best friend. Jasmine don't know who they are. James would never bring Melanie around this group. Malik's just there. I just think y'all give him a hard rap. I mean, that's it. There's no more friend group. That's what I'm gathering. I don't.
Yeah, they better go out and network, find some new people.
Right.
Yeah.
I have faith.
You said they better network.
Yeah, all five of them can't. They can't be
Yeah,
together. Like either James can't be there or Tyler can't be there. But Jasmine not gonna be there because she with Tyler, and Kiana not gonna be there. Chelsea ain't gonna go. That's like breaking girl code. So the group is like never gonna be together again, all because someone wanted to be selfish and a cheater. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and if
dang.
Malik can't go, because how you gonna be hanging around people I can't even hang around?
I feel like Malik would still go. He'd just be there alone before he not go at all. I feel like he'd go, even if it's wherever they're going, he'd go. That's another thing, y'all. When I explained this to Justin over a year ago, saying, "Hey, by the way, what you do is probably gonna break this friend group up," he was like, "Ooh." So like, I'm the one that did it. I'm like, why would you be happy about being a supervillain? I did have one question I wanted to ask you, Nebria. In your opinion, I have an answer. We have an answer. Why do you think Tyler was so quick to accept Jasmine's words? Kind of piggybacking off that question earlier, we was like, why did she stay? Why was she like, Jasmine told her, listen, I'm about to read you 45 seconds. And she argued her for a minute. But when Victoria's a lot taller than you, so I think when she stood up, that's when you knew she was serious. I saw. Listen, I was in the room when she stood up and said, "Yeah, I am." You was looking like, "All right, now, hey, look, be walking up on me like that now." Drew, you gonna call cut? Why do you think she accepted Jasmine's words so quickly?
I think because in her heart, she knew that James wasn't treating her how she should be treated. But like we said before, she's comfortable. People tend to stay in things longer than they should because they're comfortable, because it's familiar. People don't want to start over. Who else does she really have? You know, she lives with him now. And she doesn't have a job or anything. Like, she's in school, she works part time. Like, I think it was a lot of things, but she, in the back of her mind, she knew, like, this isn't working, but like, what else do I have? Because this is the only thing that, like, she said it. He's the only consistent thing in her life. So why, you know, why in that? So I think that's why. And then I think just her seeing the couple, I think the words was just really sitting with her. So
Shout out to the couple, man. They were great. They were great. They were very lively. Um, Justin, similar question for you. His scene in James's scene in the car with Malik, he finally breaks and tells Malik, "This is why." You and me had a small conversation about it. Does he feel guilty? Is he trying to explain himself? Is he trying to manipulate him, thinking I can get this guy on my side because he has the ring in his head? Like, what's the purpose of him telling Malik? You think he finally he busted? He been holding in for years, and he was just like, nah, I'm not the bad guy. What's his reason for telling this guy that?
I think he was more so trying to manipulate Malik because he needed him, and I think that the way that things are shaping for James, I think Malik is going to be one of the few people that he can go to for any type of help, even moving forward with Melanie. Making sure that she doesn't ever find out about Tyler, because now Tyler's not even there. So, you know, more so really like reeling Malik in and putting him on his team, like, hey man, this is why this is going to like feel bad for me. Be on my side about it.
Um, I y'all know I memorized every word, so I'll randomly just you do to quote script in actual life. Funniest thing happened a couple nights ago. I forgot the conversation, but I'm trying to relate to Aaliyah, and I'm serious. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're not arguing, but I'm trying to really relate. Whatever I'm arguing, it could be about why you put fries to ketchup. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm passionate. Like, Aaliyah, you don't really see whatever. And I said, you don't understand that? She was like, I don't. And I pray to God I never do. That I was like, okay, that's my revenge for always doing that to you. Last question is for all three of y'all. Y'all two first, then Aaliyah. James Todd, they ever cool again? Not dating. Are they ever cool again? Can they ever enter the same room and not feel some way about each other again?
because Tyler is such a Christian woman, a loving person, a caring person. No, I'm just kidding. I think it would take a lot of time passing for her to even be cordial, but I don't see them being friends or anything.
My,
Yeah, I don't see them being friends.
you don't see them being friends ever?
I mean, I don't really at this point, like, what's the he's with the girl he wants to be with. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could get with her and then realize, like, oh wow, Tyler what was doing everything that I wanted her to do, and I never realized it. Um, and then could want to go back. Like, maybe he misses her from that aspect, but like he like Melanie was the one for like is the one for James. So I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be hurt for a while, but I think eventually he'll be fine. So they probably will be able to be cordial because he probably won't care. Once Tyler moves on and finds somebody else, she probably will be like, "Oh man, that was college shit," right after college.
Aaliyah.
Um,
Jabria was like, ain't. Go ahead.
like Ira said, a decade will do. Like until then, I don't want to talk to you, kick it with you, skate with you, nothing.
Oh my God.
Like I'm not about to, I'm not. You cheated on me. I'm not about to sit here and be friends with you. I don't care who's our friends around us. No, I don't think
So
so. I don't think at all.
you don't think genuine question for all of y'all. You don't think they have a future together? I asked that because you know how common on the game, Derwin cheats, they're married. On Insecure, Issa cheats, they are married. So I'm just asking y'all opinion. Every time I see somebody cheat, it seems that yeah, but through the power of love and forgiveness, 5 seasons from now, we will be back together. I don't know why that's a thing, but everybody likes a happy story. That's not really happy to me. So y'all think they're done. They just
I mean, something like that could happen, but not no season 2. I think season 2
right.
fresh. Like maybe, I mean, if they were to end up being in the same space, like in midlife, the series, then then maybe so, right? Or you know, right before adulthood or something. I don't know. But yeah,
Jabril, what say you? He said midlife series. Boy, I tell you. Justin, that's the thing about it though. If we did a midlife to series, I can't be Malik no more. Leah can't be Kiana. Jabria can't be
I'm about to get
Justin.
off of here, man.
You can still play James. You can still play James. You can hey, that boy, all we gotta do is take the do-rag off and put one of them uncle hats on. You the same person. Go ahead, Jabria. I'm sorry.
Um, yeah, no.
Now it ain't that funny.
Man, I'm telling y'all, Justin as an actor and as a human being, pick up for that second there, is very versatile. I tell people, they're like, man, you and Mike got cool. I'm like, 'cause he give me everything I need, right? I can say something ignorant to Justin, and he accepted like that friend from college who like, boasts his bad ideas. He's 22 now. I can ask Justin for advice. Now he's 30. He can give me that 30-year-old advice. I can ask Justin his recommendation on liquor, and he talk about what happened during, the first war. I mean, he's a lot of ages in one person. So I'm a fan of Mott, man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all y'all, honestly. Except Aaliyah, because Kiana gets more praise than me, and I just don't get it. Let me ask you a question, Aaliyah. Let's talk about it in front of everybody. Why is it that Malik? This is just from a director. This is not the actor Drew. Drew, the actor, doesn't care about this type of stuff. Malik can get on screen. He can cry. He can joke. He can bring people together, and people like, hey, great job, my guy. Kiana get on screen and say 5 words. They're like, I didn't know what acting was. She did. I'd be like, yo, it's just.
I don't know. Maybe because they don't see her as often.
Yeah, you like
Maybe
being that
that's why.
special guest. So you like being that special guest character from the old sitcoms where you walk in and they just start clapping. Hey, look, you don't want to say lines. You study smiling. It's like, hey, what are y'all doing here? That's what you like. Oh, that's the kind of reception you like.
I
Remember,
guess so.
You say, my.
remember we was doing that audition, and I had that moment, and I was like,
That pissed
okay.
me off. Pissed me off. Pissed me off. And you're
Like,
not the only one.
who nice, who really be acting.
Time out. We're doing an audition with Justin. I'm helping Justin with we're just reading for him with his audition. We're just talking post grad, casually. We just talk about the cast, the crew, the way we've all grown. Yeah, Justin, you killed that scene. Nah, Drew, you killed that scene. He said, man, mind you, I think the scoreboard, I may have given Justin 10 compliments at this moment. He may have given me 9. So we're really going back and forth for like, you look good, brother. No, you look good. That type of energy. I just know he about to give me number 10. He said, but you know what? You know who be acting, Drew? I'm acting humble. Like, who, man? Who on this casting crew be acting? Like, who it be? He said, Aaliyah. You should be. Man, and I just stared for a second. I ain't never want to stop helping somebody. I'm like, I hope you get the part, man. I have nothing right now. You still owe me a compliment. I don't care what nobody say. All right, man. That is our time. Thank you all for y'all questions. Also, random, but Iris is my best friend in the entire world, and even she be like, yeah, Kiana, my favorite character. So Best friend applications go live for me at midnight. Only requirement is that you are above 5 feet 1 inches tall. Sorry, Jabria. That you've never cheated in your life. Sorry, Justin. And that you don't try to take my moments away from me. Sorry for a leave. So yeah, I'm open to that. If anybody wants to go with best friend, I'm down. Anything y'all? Any questions or something y'all got for me before we go? You know what, Shay? Anyway, any questions for me before we go? If not, I promise you it's fine.
Are you talking about us? Or
Yeah.
I ain't asked a million y'all. You good?
No. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie.
Yeah, I know somebody who would tell you a joke and a lie. Versatile that woman is. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hype up.
Oh, man.
Bye.